Okay, we're back. We're going to look at the tri-pentatonic boxes here. Every one of these is a tri-pentatonic. Okay, even the E box, look how small it is, but it's a tri-pentatonic. Because we have our E shape, 5 root 3, 5, right? We've got root 3, 5, right? There's a E shape root chord. Then we have our A shape. But remember, the fourth is 4, 6 root if we keep the same numbers. Instead of going, the fourth is 1, 3, 5. Well, wait a minute, then what's this? Then what's 1, 3, 5? So it's got to be 4, 6 root, and 5, 7 to the next octave up. So here's our fourth is its A shape. Root 4, 6 is the second inversion. Okay, and then we have now we're going to look at a C shape instead of what? Okay, the fourth of E shape would be A shape, and then the fifth would be B, but we're not. We're going to go to an augmented because of the string shaped circle and the cage circle. Even with the cage system, if we skip every other letter, we're going in fourths and fifths, depending on which direction we're going. So 1, 4, 5 becomes 1, 4 augmented fifth. Okay, so that's why EAC throws people off. But it's a small box. It has all three shapes. But let's look at the A shapes. We got our A shape. We'll start on this red 5 here. So I got the red 5 right here. This is the G. Alright. So what do we do? Oh yeah, we're going cage shapes. And then the fourth of A is D, so we're going to do a D-shaped chord. Why is it a D-shaped chord? Because our D down here in the key of caged chords, which go C, A, G, E, and D, that's the shape of D. It's my teaching shape for D. It's the top 3 strings. It's what the tuning warp does to the E shape. Move it up 1. Well, that would be minor. That's kind of like the A minor there, but it's not an A minor. This is A minor. So this is B flat minor. Okay, and but we're doing that from the D. So, and then, so that's our D. These are key of cage shapes. We move them up, and we can play them in each pentatonic box. So here we have the D-shaped F, right? So we have a A-shaped C, D-shaped F, and E-shaped G. Now let's zoom out a minute and see where that happens in the A box down here. Let's find our A. Here's our A right here. Now these are the old colors, because remember, A started on that red 5. The new one now, I've changed these colors, but I've really only just changed the A and the G colors. I've switched them because they're wrong. Sorry. This is the A box we were just looking at. Here's our A-shaped A. 5 root 3, right? And then we go to our D-shaped fourth, which is root 4, 6. There's the big D. And incidentally, what? When we're in the A box here, if we go a half step below that D shape here, we go to this chord, we're playing what? We're playing an E minor. That's the third. And then a half step up is the D major shape. So they're always linked together. And yes, there's a link between A and the half diminished, but we're not going to get into that today. I hope not. But they're still buddies. Root and half diminished are the same shape, separated by a half step. So they're in the same cage because it's only half step difference, except with the minor chord, with the half diminished chord, it's a minor built on a minor. So we go -5 way down here in this chart. There's your -5, A -5. So that's the same for everything up here. It's D -5. I don't know why it isn't in purple there. It should be in purple. So that's my bad there. I'm sorry. Kind of hid that, didn't I? But not intentionally. So then we go to the E-shaped fifth there. So that's what's going on with the modal circles in the A box here. So that's why the box is a little longer than just the A chord. Just the A chord would be bar here and little action fingers at 3 bar there. But the tri-pentatonic is actually up here with this lone wolf 4 here, leading the way, of course. So where were we? This right here, everything right here is the diatonic scale, and we want to have an easy way to play that diatonic scale. But before we go into how would we play that diatonic scale, and we can cut to the chase. Here it is. Remember I said we changed the color of the A box, so here's A, D, E to the color of the 5. Because why? Because we like you. Now, because when you play an A, open A, this is the fret not here. The E becomes the 5th of A. E becomes the 5th of A. I'm not going to cadence that. There's a tendency to want to play something. I do a lot of that. I did a lot of that yesterday. Boy, you should have heard this stuff. But today it's more mellow. So this is the A shape, and this is the down here. It would be the A shape. Now it's not lined up because this I put from the other chart, but I do have this lined up. Don't get me wrong, folks. It is lined up. Here's the A shape, although it still has the old colors. So I still have some editing to do on this chart. But the hot chart is right here. Let me tell you something. This is the hot chart right here. This, and of course you would need this, which are the patterns. So when you see S5L, okay, you got that? When you see S5L here, you're going to play this. It's a 7L shaped pattern. You see the 7 and the L. But really what it is it's 2 to the right, A in the middle, and then 2 to the left. It's a 5-string pattern, and it's basically the G pattern. So you can get 5 out of 6 of the G strings with one S5L, and then the 6th string is going to be a repeat of our G string, which is an S1G. It's an S1G. Here's an S1A. Any one string, is a string shape. I call them really single string patterns, S1G. So we look over here again. We look at our new G color.